Hey, I'm Lachlan Campbell. I'm an 18-year-old former hack club leader from State College, Pennsylvania. So there's a widespread belief that solving climate change and capitalism are incompatible. We founded both SpaceX and Tesla as for-profit companies. Do you think we need to change capitalism, or how do you see the role of for-profit corporations trying to solve climate change?
Another great question, man. You guys have like better questions than all mainstream media combined. It's crazy. This is it. You guys come back. Awesome. So I think this is actually a really important discussion and debate that we should have because, I actually think capitalism is a good system provided that the rules are set correctly. And so the issue that we have right now is basically an unpriced externality in the CO2 capacity of the oceans and atmosphere. And so when you have an unpriced externality, then that's when capitalism, which is simply responding to market forces, and market forces are simply what do people want? Like at its basic definition, capitalism is just doing what people want. Literally, but if the rules are, if there's an unpriced externality, which is not that often, it's not that often, but in the case of CO2 capacity of oceans and atmosphere, there's an unpriced externality with a certain risk associated with it. As that magnitude gets more, the risk gets higher. So the obvious solution here is a carbon tax. Now, over time, I am confident we will have this. And if we just put the carbon tax in place, everything will be fine. I think really even like companies like Exxon are saying, do a carbon tax. So it's the thing that should be done. And then that will write the system. But I mean, there's a lot that I have to say on this front, which if I may sort of wax on for a bit, and it'll probably get me into trouble, but whatever. You'd have to say, you want to say, what is the system that will result in the most amount of good for the most amount of people? Like, what maximizes the area under the curve of population happiness? That's really what, I think we should be trying to achieve. And I think that almost by definition is capitalism, but we got to fix capitalism in certain areas, like I said, with the rules around CO2 capacity of oceans and atmosphere. But mostly it works quite well. And it's hard to think of what a good alternative would be. Often people say, well, the government should do it. But really, what is the government but a corporation in the limit? If you say if you scale up a corporation and the government is just the biggest corporation and it has a monopoly. So is the government going to do the right thing when it is a monopolistic corporation? Unlikely. The government is essentially not the solution. It is, and mostly because a monopolistic the bigger a corporation gets and the more monopolistic a corporation gets, the weaker the feedback loop is for serving the customers or the population. So if you have a weak feedback loop, then the responsiveness is not going to be good. The product will not be good. Yeah. So, if you don't like what the government's doing, and how can you really complain? And what's your alternative? But if you have competition, then that keeps people on. That keeps entities honest. Like if two entities are competing to make you happy, then that's good. But if they don't have to compete to make you happy, that's bad.